Hello everybody, so we're back from Australia and I thought I'd crack on straight away with a video. As you can see, not really any more tan than I was when I went. It was beautiful, the weather was lovely, but I didn't tend to go in the sun too much. You probably hear my little dog walking around, so I do apologise, but I can't have her out of my sight at the moment because I've been away for so long. Okay, basically the look I'm going to do for you today is a look that I did on our last night in Bondi. We went out for dinner, so I just put a little bit of makeup on. I didn't have too much with me, but I really liked the effect it gave, and even Ian, my fiance, commented that it looked nice, so I thought, I never know what video to do. I think I'll do that when I get home. Got a little bit of BECCA primer here. I'm going to use that first off. This one is a Shimmering Skin Perfector. And I'm just going to pop that on with my fingers. I really like these. They give the skin such a radiant glow. Next I am going to use a little bit of my BECCA foundation in Olive. Then I've got my Studio Finish Concealer, and this is in an NW30 and a MAC 224 brush, just to apply that under the eyes. Tilly, what are you eating? Oh, a bit of fluff. That was cute, wasn't it? Okay, foundation all over and a bit of concealer. On top of that I use my BECCA mineral powder in Desire. I've got a few BECCA products in this because that's what I took with me because we were working on the BECCA counter. See how lovely that looks on the skin, it's so nice. I actually used my Chanel bronzer, which I'm going to use, and people ask me why I use two bronzers, because I use a powder as well sometimes. I don't know, I just like the finish, the depth it gives. I like how the Chanel bronzer is really creamy, and then I like to add with it to a slightly darker one. There's not always method to my madness. My skin does look really bronze. It's the light. Okay, so I've got my Bourjois Bronzer. Just to add a bit more definition. And then on the apples of the cheek I used a colour called Tuberose, which is a cream blush from BECCA. Oh, I didn't use this. Oh well, you can see what it looks like now. I didn't use this colour. I will show you what I used. Put that way. Act like that wasn't there. Okay. On the eyes, I did, however, use the eye tint. Right, I'm going to let her out. And then just rub that over the eye. Rub that over the eye as a base. I'm going to come back to the eyes after. I'm just going to do the brows first. On the brows I used spiked brow pencil just on the outer corner and coloured in a tiny bit through the brow. And then with my Mercier brow set, and I used the lighter colour of this. This is deep blonde, and I actually just used the lighter colour. So I wanted this look to really be about the brows. Although I did put product on my eyes, I just used an eye pencil. Brows aren't even done yet. I then took a little bit of Beguile from MAC and just run that through the top. Just textures them and makes the hairs actually look like there are hairs there rather than it's just painted on as such. Plain old carbon black eyeshadow and a 266 brush. So I took my carbon and just ran it right the way along the eye. Now I didn't want to use a liner because I felt like on holiday my eyes would probably sweat a bit, so I decided to go for an eyeshadow so I can move it where I want it to be before I go out. And I went straight out with the liner. It's a bit of a different shape for me. And then I just got myself a 217 and just blended along the lash line so it's a bit distressed. Not quite perfect, not quite ruined. So really plain and easy. The same obviously on the other side. I'm still so jet lagged. I feel like it's 10 o'clock at night and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's really weird. And I had an argument with someone on the plane, and I don't like to argue, but a lady was really, really rude to a family with a kid because the kid was crying. She started pretending to be the kid. She was really drunk and screaming and saying, "Shut that kid up," and swearing. So I stepped in. I hate that though, you know, people, I understand it can be frustrating when kids are crying, but you know, it's been on a 14-hour flight. So I didn't really argue, I just said, "Shut up, that's a kid." She was extremely drunk though. And then the lady was trying, because we were waiting to get off the plane, she was trying to push me to get off the plane before me, like kept pushing me, and Sam was behind going, "That's my sister, don't push her." So funny. I did slow down on purpose a little bit. She was obviously desperate to get off the plane. She was in such a rush to get off the plane, and then it was really funny because we got to the passport bit and she'd lost her passport, so she was waiting for ages. It was really funny. That's karma, being mean to children. Okay, so that's all I did with the liner. Then I took myself a black eyeliner pencil. This one's actually Feline from MAC. I don't know if they do it. You can get a Smolder or you can use the Avon one. Plenty of options. And this look can be used for all skin types, all skin colours. So give it a go. Okay, I am going to pop the liner on the top of the lash line. You can close your eyes to do this, as I just did. And then I'm going to pop it right inside the eye as well. Preferably so you can see me do it. And let me clean up under my eye where I had a little bit of black fall down. And then I'm going to run a little bit of my carbon eyeshadow just along the lash line again. So that's what I did to the eyes basically. It wasn't very complicated. Now the mascara I took with me was my Clinique. And I actually went for the Brightening Black, which I really like using. Oh, the mascara is called High Impact Mascara. Now, you'd probably all hate this, but it's made my eyelashes really clumpy, which I really like, because it makes them stand out a little bit more. I quite like it with this minimal makeup look. Right, through the socket bone, I just run a little bit of the Bourjois blush, just to give me a tiny bit of shape. Which is pretty. Right, next, my lips. Now, on the lips, I used Makeup Forever lip liner all over the lip in 15C. I used this because it doesn't move at all. Because it's waterproof, it stays put really nicely. So I coloured the whole lip in with that. I went round it a tiny bit with Stone, just to make my lips a little bit fuller. A little bit of Up the Amp, which isn't a colour I'd normally go for, which is why I chose it, because it was different. And it's really purpley. So I popped a little bit of Up the Amp over the lips. And then on the cheeks, what I did was I obviously didn't have a cheek blusher to match that, and I wanted it to be a little bit purpley toned. So I took my Up the Amp, rubbed it on the back of my hand a little bit, got a blusher brush, and just run it over my cheeks. Ian was like, oh, I don't know about that, but I don't listen to him. I'm going to just finish it off with a tiny bit of the Beauté lip cream that I stole, that I told Sam that when it came, as soon as it came to us, I was like, I'm having that. So I thought I'd put it on, show you. So very, very pretty. I didn't steal it from a shop. I stole it from my sister. Completely different thing. Allowed. I then got a little bit of Hush, cream colour base from MAC, and just ran through my cheekbones. A little bit through my brow bone. And that was my going out Saturday night makeup. There you have it. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's lovely to be back. And I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.